Y'all remember me sharing the story about how on one of the trips I was going to Africa, it was, I think it was the first trip, in fact. I went to Africa and was believing God for the provision. And I went to that meeting that Friday night where Bishop McCargan was preaching. He released the word that within 24 hours that you're going to get a breakthrough. All right, that was the word. He said within 24 hours you're going to get a breakthrough. And he didn't say it to me. He said it to the whole audience. And he said some of y'all are not going to get this. But he said within 24 hours. All right, then that's a level of truth that has been released. I'm going to teach you something right here. That's a level of truth that has been released. You've heard a prophetic announcement. What do? A prophetic announcement has been spoken into the atmosphere of your life. And this is what the Father wants to release. What do? You never assume that it does not require any execution on your part, number one. Make sure you write that down. Whenever something prophetic is released into your life, you never assume that there's no execution that's going to be required on your part.
Could you repeat that one more time?
Whenever something prophetic is released into your life, number one, you never assume that no execution is going to be required on your part in order to see that thing come to pass. Number two, what do? What did you say, Pastor Deborah? You ask questions. You ask questions because what has been released, a level of truth has been released. Wow, follow me right here. A level of truth has been released. The level of truth that has been released is not the level that's where the manifestation is going to take place. Wow. See if I can. Here's the prophetic word. All right? That's a level of truth. We call that level one. This is not the level of manifestation. You got to get to another level of that truth. Level two, understanding. And level three is, guess what? Execution. And this is where the manifestation happens. And that's what we don't do. So the prophetic word is level one truth. It's not where the manifestation is going to happen. Level two is understanding. As a result of me what? Asking questions. Inquiring of Holy Spirit. And level three is execution. Which is where the manifestation is going to take place. With the example that I was beginning to talk about, after Bishop McCargan released that word that Friday night, I got up early that Saturday morning. I came in here and I began to ask questions. I began to pray and I began to inquire of the Lord concerning what had been said. And I got understanding. And that understanding led to me understanding how to execute. And the instructions that I received was that I was to forgive certain folk who had offended me. And so I went out and I bought me some cards. Y'all remember me telling this story. I went out and bought me some cards, and I began to send out emails, and I began to hand those cards to people, letting them know that, look, there has been some offense, and I just want you to know I'm forgiving you, and pray that you can forgive me, or whatever the case might be. And guess what? Every time I did a card, or every time I did an email, within 24 hours, I would get money. Either someone would text me back or call me and say, I just feel led to sow this amount. Or they would give it to me directly. So what on the surface, what at level 1 sounded like it's going to happen one time, God, end up being multiple times when you got down here into the deeper levels of the truth. You see that? Well, see, we get a prophetic word, and what do? Run, shout, scream, holler, go home, go to bed, get up the next morning, look for it. I receive it. I receive it. You gotta get it. You gotta get corrected. Live your life by the principle of what? Correction.